Yo, what is happening, guys? How are we doing? Happy Monday. Let's continue work with Dominion Zephon. Billy Bob, Noel, how are we doing, guys? Felt like I dropped something. I know I did though. Okay, we finished doing the edge highlights last night, the secondary edge highlights. So what we're going to do now is the dot edge highlights. Blake, what's happening? What army do I play? When I play, and I rarely play, I play my Blood Angels. This guy is part of the Horus Heresy. I don't do Horus Heresy. I just do 40k and mainly Necromunda. Really enjoy Necromunda. Painter first and foremost though, Billy Bob. Probably don't need that one to do the dots. Probably want this one. Just really darkened up when I put my hand there. Going to Thank you, Jam Child. Appreciate it. Appreciate the follow, Billy Bob. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you for the likes on TikTok as well, guys. I think the more likes we get, the more visible the stream gets. Maybe. Who knows? There's no real answer to that, I don't think. How am I going to base him? Yeah, I haven't thought that far yet. Haven't thought that far yet. Probably just my standard sand basing. You just go for quite basic. Yeah, look, it's always a hard one, isn't it? Right? It does require a lot of patience to paint heavy metal. But I would say, Jam Child, you're probably more of a gamer than you are a painter. If you're just going for the basic detail. Marvin, how are we doing? Are you going to gift me with your presence after stream for 2 night rain runs? Because I've done a couple of runs with randos, and oh boy. It's it'd be tough out there. It'd be tough. I I tried to do a couple of expeditions last night. I reckon I quit 3 games. It was just horrid. And I ended up getting 1 done. JC, you're over. Hang on, what's going on? Who are you? Oh, Jam Child. That makes sense. Any advice on painting large vehicles? If you're good at painting the small stuff, you're good at painting the big stuff. I would say that paint it in sub-assemblies. Don't try and bite off the whole thing in one go. If you're doing knights, make sure that you keep the armor off, because it is so much easier painting the armor when it's not attached. Like it honestly is. Maybe just treat every section like a small miniature, like paint a leg. That's what Marvin was doing on the small knights, and that's what I've done as well. Just paint the leg and then paint another leg. Look at it as sort of Voltron, I guess. Look at it as Voltron. Just a series of small miniatures. Shuriken, I'm doing good. How are you? You've got quite a decent sized army. What do you play, JC? Prophet, my dude, what's happening? How goes that scout? Have you finished that Ultramarine scout yet, dude? JC, appreciate the follow. Finish building your Dark Angels Combat Patrol. Nice. Are you going to just paint them as like the generic Dark Angel chapter, or are you doing one of their successors? You play Blood Angels? Well, I knew I had a good feeling about you, JC. Knew I had a good feeling about you. Mark 6. It's Mark 6. This is Dominion Zephon. So he is the captain of, I don't know, one of their companies. And I'm painting this as a one-off figure because it was gifted to me by a friend, and I didn't do anything with it for over a year. So it's about time I painted it. And even though I want people to watch stream, I'm kind of hoping he doesn't watch stream, and I'm gonna message his brother on the down low and get his address and mail it to him. The new combat patrols look good, Billy. The new combat patrols look good. I think I started with, I can't remember. I've got a tutorial on our YouTube, Shuriken. Just copy that. It'll, I'll show you. It'll end up looking like this. Just copy this. Copy this and you'll get Dark Angels that look like that. And then we've got another tutorial that's coming out soon to paint the Deathwing. Iron Hands got done dirty. What did the Iron Hand get? I can't remember what's in the Iron Hands one. Oh, come on, camera. I thought I sorted you out. Silly camera. I don't even know what it is anymore. It has to be the cable. It has to be the cable. 2 servo turrets. Oh, and a Tech Marine. Yeah. Still new to painting. Hey, you just got to stick with it, Shuriken. Just remember, everyone started at, you know, the very beginning, and it's just a hobby where the more you put in, the more you improve. Yeah, they got a Tech Marine. I'm sure they got a Tech Marine. Am I going to do Votan? Nah. I might get one. I think I've got one Votan. I'll probably do it as a tutorial. I won't do any more than just a tutorial, unless I do some sort of painting competition. But I won't start them as an army. Aren't the servo turrets good? Or no? I don't know. I've got no idea. The good thing about the combat patrols is big man things, exactly. Could I get a fan to light, please, Brev? The good thing about combat patrols, probably except for the White Scars one, because I think you get their character, is you can just get them as a Space Marine player. You just get them as a Space Marine player. Yo, Shuriken, thank you very much for the sub on YouTube. Thank you, thank you. Oh, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Hey, look, even if you don't use the tutorial, just give it a like. Just give it a like. Got to get those like ratios up, right? What's my go-to chapter faction? Well, I paint Blood Angels as my own army. You can see the Terminators that are spinning over there on the little reel. That's my army. I've got around 3,000 points painted to... Jeez. I've taken all the models away. I've got 3,000 points painted to this standard. Now, it's not optimal, right? It's not optimal. It's just a bunch of models that I like. I've got the bikes painted up. I got 3 of the bikes just because I had them. So I was just like, yeah, cool. I'll paint some bikes. Actually, bikes are pretty good. I just don't have enough of them painted. You play White Scars, but you like the Salamander. Dude, the White Scars are sick. Love it. Love it. Cavalier's asked him to play as one. Yeah, yeah. He's asked me to play Gabriel Seth. Asked me to play Gabriel Seth in his series. Imagine. Hey, I did try to get into acting, believe it or not, when I was younger. When I was younger. White Scars go hard or White Scars make you hard? Or both? Wish you could get this good. Tell you what, JC, it is... Look, unless you have, I guess, you know, issues with tremors and stuff, you don't know the limit of your painting. I'm a firm believer of that. I never thought I would get to where I am as a painter. And it is just practice. It's just painting models and painting models and learning from them. Just learn from each model. What did you like about what you painted? What didn't you like? What could you improve on? What do you think's good and you can just refine? Too wide for the camera? No, they would just use your head. Look, if they ever did Space Marines, they would CGI the whole lot, but just use people's likeness. And let's be honest, if they were ever going to cast anyone as Gabriel Seth, and it's on one of the books of Gabriel Seth, they quite literally just used Jason Statham. I'll show you. I use decals, Billy Bob. I use decals, man. It's the only way to go. It's so easy once you get Microsol. Gabriel Seth book. Also, Mo Swag, thank you very much for the follow as well. Yeah, look at this. Tell me Tell me that. Tell me this. Tell me that ain't Jason Statham. Tell me that. Tell me they just haven't got Jason Statham's face and used it as Gabrielle said. GW needs to add more legions on the transfer sheet. Oh, do you mean like Space Marine chapters? I agree. They totally do. They've done a lot of chapters pretty dirty. The fact that yeah, it's silly. It's silly. Sorry, I'm just gonna cough. I need to I don't want to cough when I'm edge highlighting. Take it easy, JC. Still gonna cough. Excuse me. Excuse me. Exactly, Craig. Be kind to yourself. We are our own harshest critics. It's okay to be critical of yourself, but also be realistic about it. Having standards is phenomenal. Black Sword, what's happening, man? How you doing? Yeah, I think having standards is absolutely phenomenal, but you got to be realistic about it. What's my opinion on Dreadnoughts? Love them. They're one of my favorite models. I think in terms of Space Marine models, Terminators, because they're just so enjoyable to paint. They're just such a fun model to paint with the size they are and the edge highlights when you're doing heavy metal. But Dreadnoughts are just really good too. Don't forget to pick up cheap 30k transfer sheets. Oh, with the Saturnine box that's coming out. I saw some of your pics up on Instagram. I think I liked it. Looks really good, man. Really, really cool. Corsaro Khan. He's a cool mini. He's a very cool mini. The new one's even cooler though. That's Subodin Khan. I'm assuming he's the chapter master of the White Scars. I still have no idea why they didn't put Corsaro Khan on a bike. Like, that's nuts. Oh, I need to do, you know what? I need to mix some recess shade. We need to recess shade around the rivets and then highlight them with this color we're doing now. So I should actually do that right now. I got the salamander tutorial done, Marvin. I'll have to film a reel of it though. Yep, it is on the drive. Dude, those tutorials take so long. They take so long to do. It's nuts. Your son's pulled out the nostalgic old GW case. Nah, just using Clipchamp. Just using Clipchamp for my editing. Oh, I wouldn't even, the software wouldn't matter. It honestly wouldn't. Like, the software might speed it up a touch, but it wouldn't be heaps. It's just the fact that I've got so many scenes. Like, there's a ton of different scenes, right? Think about every time I mix a color for my Space Marines, it ends up being, I don't know, Marvin, probably got a better idea. It'd be 50 different scenes plus. And I'm trying to, I'm clipping them down and editing so there's not heaps of shit at the start of the scene, and then there's not heaps of shit at the end of the scene, and then I've got to do the audio, and I try my best when I'm doing the audio not to repeat myself, because I could quite easily on each tutorial just be like, and then the next color we use is, and then the next color we use is, but I try and mix it up so it, so it's just, I don't know, not as monotonous. This is definitely not the start of a 30k army, Blacksword. This is the model that Imsy gifted after he was on the podcast last year. So I have to paint it up. Drove you insane, 10 hours. Yeah, it's nuts, right? So like, the filming of each tutorial is just simply me painting on stream. So it is however long it takes me to paint a miniature. So normally on a tutorial model, because I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing on all the areas, so we're doing like tests like we did on the Flawless Host. It ends up being minimum 30 hours of painting. And then the video editing on my end, because also I'm not fantastic at it, ends up taking maybe 3-4 hours, 4 hours tops. I think today was 3. It had a lot of scenes in it because I did the flames on the salamander, and then on Marvin's end, he's got a heap of time doing the overlays for each video, so it ends up being like probably close to 60-hour process. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of time. all so that someone on YouTube can give my Blood Angels tutorial a thumbs down. Should use yellow or purple for your plasma weapons. What armor are you doing, Billy Bob? Oh, it takes ages. Takes ages. Yeah, exactly. You got to make a new paint pot for every mix. And then if I'm doing mixes, so like the Flawless Host one's going to be a pain in the ass because a lot of those colors are ones that I haven't used yet. Some of them are easier. They're like preset because it's like the black Under Armour and stuff like that. You're doing white scars. If you tossing up between blue, yellow, and purple, I would do probably blue. And if you're not wanting to do blue, I'd do purple. I would not do yellow plasma for the white scars. Editing takes long, yeah. That's why for our battle reports, for the Necromunda stuff, we're going to try and keep editing to a minimum. We're going to try and do a heap of the stuff all live. And then the edited stuff will probably just be on YouTube and it'll just be cut out the extra shit that's not really needed. As you can imagine, when we're live streaming a battle report, there's probably going to be a bit of banter. The new character's a phenomenal Black Sword, and I'm hoping that I'm going to be advertising more of our tutorial stuff on Instagram. I'm hoping that because they line up with some of the tutorials I've done, that it gets more views on our videos. But they're like the Raven Guard. Is that not the coolest Space Marine model they've made? Like if we're talking, let's be honest here. Let's be honest. The Lion, I'd say the Lion is let's take this. I don't need to paint with this on. Lion would be top 3, I would say. I don't think Rabute is. I don't think Rabute is top 3. Tor Garadon. Tor Garadon is a top 3 Space Marine sculpt for you. I think for me, it's I don't know the exact order. That Raven Guard model, the Lion, and just trying to think of the characters that are currently existing. I can't really think of them. Logan Grimnar. Logan Grimnar is pretty damn cool. Is it my top 3 though? Whoop. I don't know. What about the Emperor's Champion? The Emperor's Champion's pretty cool. Squads of jet bikes? I wouldn't think so. I don't think they will, because then I don't know where does that leave Outriders? But who knows? Maybe they will. It looks like it's new tech, right? It's got the same grav pads that they've got on all of the new Primaris vehicles, so maybe there will be. Maybe it'll be a more elite bike unit. Like a blade guard on a bike. You think they'll push Outriders? Nah, because they've got the quad bike. And there's the chaplain on the bike. Time will tell though. Is now the time we get the assault Terminators? See Billy Bob, take it easy, dude. Is now the time we get the assault Terminators as well, or no? Yeah, Scrivs, yeah. Do you think Games Workshop looks at the stuff people do and, like, I know they're working years in advance on the stuff, but do you think they look at people's paint schemes and stuff like that and use it as inspiration? And 3D sculptor stuff? Volorak thinks there's going to be Tigurius and an assault. That'd be sick. I feel like they used my Death Watch scheme for their Death Watch. Which characters need an update that are left in resin? I think they've removed all of the resin ones though. But in terms of the ones that need updating, it would be Pedro Cantor. Pedro Cantor needs a new miniature. Ezekiel from the Dark Angels. Like he doesn't even have a rule set anymore. Ezekiel, Samael, they better not give Samael on that new bike He needs that batshit crazy looking one. Sorry, just haven't got that in the screen there. I mean, there's heap. Look, let's be honest. There's heaps. There's heaps of Grey Knights. There's heaps of Grey Knights. Keldor Drago. Like Drago needs a new miniature. Surely he's gonna have like a almost Rebute Gilliman sized model. You would think. I'd like to see Huron Blackheart get a new model for the Chaos Space Marines. I'd like to see some named characters for the non-god worshipping legions, like an Iron Warriors character. Cypher did get a new plastic model, but he's a little bit small now. He could do with a bigger model. All right, cool. We can continue doing the dot highlights. Dark Eldar, yeah, Dark Eldar definitely needs something. They need their they need Vect. They need as durable Vect, don't they? They haven't got their big dude. Surely they get new grotesques as well. A box of 3 plastic grotesques. Maybe a new larger paint engine. Like a larger Talos. Hey Lothar, how you doing? All right, let's do some micro scratching. What color? Let's go with Corvus Black and Skaven Blight Dinge. We're gonna go with like a dirty grey as our battle damage. This fucking brush is just not agreeing with me. Same. It's the same red black sword. I've just added a airbrush gradient to it. That's all. It's the only difference. Oh, and I'm doing this micro scratching. I don't do this micro scratching on my 40k stuff. Got to draw the line somewhere. See, this is I've probably done too much scratching on it when I look at it from the front there. That's hard. That is bad. That's bad, Lotha. That is a dad joke. Yeah. This is the scratching that I wanted to teach Nath. Because he did some hazard stripes. And this is what I hope to... This is why I sort of I do the streams, because I hope that people can learn from my mistakes or what I'm doing on stream, because back when I first started doing weathering, and it was an evolution, my weathering, I did... Let's just use this guy. Let's use this weird looking dude here. My scratching just used to be like this on a marine, right? Whenever I tried it, it was just like this. And it was just like lines. And then I started to realize, no, it's like the battle damage needs to be just like these tiny little chips here and there. And then some of the chips look really good when you do follow them up with a scratch as well. And less is more. Like this guy here is a perfect example. And this is why I'm like, man, I've done too much on the I've done too much on the Blood Angel already, because this guy's got very minimal. Sort of don't want it to be noticeable when you first look at the miniature, if that makes sense. You want to look at the miniature and be like, yo, that power armor's sick. Oh, wait, hang on. Half an hour, guys, and we will do the live stream community showcase. So get your posts in that thread on our Discord and we'll show everyone what you've been working on. Thunder Pigments, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How are you? Yeah, I don't want that battle damage to take away from the miniature. This artifice is a bit weird. You painted your first airbrush models while batch painting never again. Do you mean the batch painting never again or the airbrushing never again? batch painting, yeah, it's not my jam either, dude. It's not my jam either. Yeah, the Deathwing Knights are sick models. Very, very cool models. The new models look phenomenal, man. We were talking about it earlier. The Raven Guard is nutty. D Rogue, what's happening? You've been trying to find me for the past 3 days. I'm here, same time every day. Same time every day. Have you followed me? Stream started around about an hour ago. Hour and 15 minutes ago. That's when the stream started. Every day. Except for maybe this Thursday. It could be later. I'm going out for dinner. Unless they cancel. Yeah, I got a date. Feels like I could just be a free dinner though. The new AOS. People are sort of up in the air about that new faction. I like it. I think it's cool. The Tomb Kings looked nuts. The Tomb Kings really were cool models. Hopefully not. Time will tell. Time will tell. Mini's coming along good. We're still working on the power armor. We're doing the sort of the microchipping. So it's going to end up like this. I say microchipping, but I probably went a bit too ham on that chipping there. Anyway, what are you going to do about it? This is a Blood Angel. Blood Angel from the Horus Heresy. A character named Dominion Zephon. He was a captain and I think part of destroyer squads, which were guys that, you know, did the down and dirty work. I think they were armed with dual pistols, which is cool. Yeah, I think I'll still stream Thursday. I just think I'll be a little bit later. Working on your Space Wolves. Dude, that's such a cool army. The new models are sick. Would have loved to have seen a Dreadnought, but I mean, what they got was pretty damn cool. Pretty damn cool. 15 minutes, guys, and we'll do the live stream community showcase. So get your post in that thread and we will show people what you are currently working on or what you've currently finished. Doesn't have to just be a whip. Doesn't have to be a whip. Yeah, I want to see some Dreadnought love for the chapters. That's what I want to see. Not like the Death Company Dread one is not even, I wouldn't even count it. Dude, I went into more detail on my own Dreadnought when I did the like etching and stuff than what Games Workshop did to make their Death Company Dread. I think it makes them Sangard with Drukhari Scourge Wings. Stormcast heads. You don't like the new ones? I'm not a massive fan of the new ones either. I did some conversion work on them and I think what I did was an improvement and it still uses the existing sculpt and I'm happy with them. I just don't want to paint another two because it's a lot of work. It is a phenomenal box, Thunder Pigments, that Sat9 box. Very, very cool. You miss units of 5 models for the Grey Hunters. They... What, you have to take them in 10s? Surely not. That sounds nuts. You ordered 2 Venerable Dreads? What are you going to use those for? Horus Heresy? Oh no, you can still use Dreadnoughts, can't you? I don't think they'll... I think old Dreads will get phased out eventually. The Box Boys, I think their days are numbered, unfortunately. The Saturn Dread is wicked Thunder Pigments. I don't think I'll ever get one. I don't know. Maybe look, the only time I'm going to paint like a random model that's not in an army and is not a tutorial model is if it's for a painting comp. And a Saturn Dreadnought would be a pretty damn cool model for a painting comp. Would actually be a sick model for a painting comp. Gas Mask King is writing in Russian. I'm pretty sure I can translate that. Or I used to be able to. I could do it on my phone. What are they saying? Are they talking shit? Russian to English. Are they talking shit? Enter Russian text. Yeah, why didn't that work? There we go. Hello. Oh, hi. Bilingual over here. That was the one good thing about using my phone on TikTok was it had an auto translate as an option. I'm sure it probably does if I use their program to stream, but we can't really do that. I mean, I could have had a multi PC setup for streaming. The next PC we get is going to be one that's at the studio. You're going to assume by all the kit bashes you do, Zero, it'll be your own chapter or own paint scheme. sub chapter so you could use Warhammer to make those fantasies, really, but I guess your text didn't go through. I'm not sure. What do you mean? In terms of what? Couple of minutes, guys, and we'll jump into that Discord, see what you're working on. Yo, Baz, what's happening, my dude? Not long now. Not long now. Why is that so bright now? You fly out the day after tomorrow. Oof. We would definitely have to go to St. Bergs with Baz. 100%. 100%. uh, 100%. Yeah. You've got to pack a lot, Baz. You got to pack a lot, man. I remember that. I remember that old chestnut. I had nothing in my bag. Oh, dude. I remember that. Always having nothing in my bag. The missus would be like, oh, we're going to weigh in the baggage. I'm like, don't worry, mine's under. There is nothing in there. 10 kilos light. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh, we've got to do the Discord. Shit. I'm in the sauce. I'm lost in the cook. Let the man sauce. I'm cooking. I'm cooking here. All right. What have we got? Oh, yo, someone put this up last night. That's right. There was a guy that came in TikTok and he said he did bigger stuff. He must have posted a heap of stuff. Is that really big or is that a small hand? Looks like a small hand. Ah. Rogue only just followed now. Nurafel, thank you very much for the follow as well. I didn't see you follow. Followed on your phone. You said you followed me. Rogue. Is that, what's that from? Is that Halo? I don't even know what that is. Say, Ninja Pikachu. That's pretty cool. So he does a heap of stuff. All right, miniature stuff. Kev's working. Oh, the sneaky axe commissar. I love it. Halo DMR. Ah, sneaky axe commissar is so cool. Running away, are you? Not on my watch. Love it. Renovated Dreadnought. I mean, they still hold up, the box dreads. They still hold up. They're definitely no Redemptor, but they're still cool. They're still cool. Stream's been going well, Rin. Stream's been going well. No more gaming. This dude's moving and grooving. It's a dynamic pose. Weeman. Thank you. Oh, William, thank you very much for the follow. Ah, Stork and his 50 orcs. Stork's 50 orcs. Put in good work, bro. Putting in good work. It's pretty cool. Pretty damn cool. Yeah, you'll have to let us know your movements when you're in Melbourne, Baz, because we're catching up. We're catching up. Yes, there are Necromunda updates. So I finished off, and I found the grenade, funnily enough, Ren. Finished off this commando guy. The grenades are still blue tacked. But he's done. And if you say he looks a little bit like that guy from Halo Reach, then that's the biggest compliment ever. Actually, my friend did that. I put it up in one of my Discords with my other friends. I got other friends, believe it or not. I got so many friends, the most friends. And he's like, "Hey, he looks a little bit like that dude from Halo," and I was like, "Let's go." He does look like a mill. That's the ultimate compliment. It's the ultimate compliment. Third wave is good. Third wave is phenomenal, but I tell you what, Lothar, I'm telling you, third wave's burgers aren't as good as St. Berg's. And third waves are really good. They're up there. But St. Berg's is just, oh man, so good. Yeah, their brisket's good too. Yeah, I mean, Third Wave's burger was very good. But yeah, I took Tiny and Mrs. Tiny and Marvin to St. Berg's, and I think, well, every time I tell Marvin I went to St. Berg's, he's a little bit jealous. So slightly smaller than Primaris. Definitely smaller than Primaris. Definitely smaller than Primaris. But this guy's rescaled. He was one of the first rescaled. I think the new Mark 6, the even newer ones, are even bigger. He was one of the first characters put in plastic. I'm just disappointed in bringing it. Yeah, I mean, I worked near the main St. Berg's in Altona recently at a primary school. I was doing some signage at a primary school, And look, it's probably not the right thing to do, but I went there 3 days in a row for lunch. But yeah, so the Praetor, he's massive. For a Mark 6, the Praetor is probably as big as a Primaris. Look how big that body is. He's a big boy. No, the new Mark 6 guys are scaled up. They're bigger. They're definitely bigger. Go for a painting. How are we doing? How are we doing? The new Votan are cool. I like the new Votan. The what are they? Iron Jacks or something? Steel Jacks? Steel Jacks are wicked. I should see the new Sat 9. They're wicked, Baz. The only way I'm going to paint the Sat 9 is if I paint them for a painting comp. Like I do a squad. I do a squad of 3 of them, which would, God, I can't even imagine how long 3 would take me to paint. It would be wild. I'd be better off just doing the Dreadnought. Praetor is the same size as a Primarch. Yeah, that's wild. That's so cool. That's so damn cool. I'm sure you can make an excuse to go to the Port Melbourne plant, Marlon. I'm sure you can make some sort of excuse. Maybe we'll just go, well, yeah, I don't know. We'll work something out. We'll work something out. Look, I don't mind going for a drive. I've driven to St. Berg's after work with Riley for dinner. It's like an hour drive for a half an hour dinner, but I don't give a shit. It's that good. There's probably one thing Baz is going to be a little bit surprised by is the sheer size of Australia. Good food. Oh, dude, our food is good. Our food is good. Need to get St. Berg's to sponsor the channel. 100%, man. I was chatting to their owner, Boom. Cool dude. Boom's a cool dude. He gave us free onion rings. I don't even eat onion rings, but the other guy I was eating with did. I was going to say something else. I can't remember. Oh yeah, years ago we had family come over from the States and they were just like, oh yeah, we want to, no, not the States. They came over from the UK and they were like, oh, we want to borrow the car and have a day trip to Sydney. And it's like, Sydney's not a day trip from Melbourne. Two hours, you'd still be in the same state. You drive 2 hours, you're still in the same state. Technically, it is a day trip, but it's a day. It's what? It's a 8-hour drive or something. Look, from my place, let's just do my place. Sydney, 9-hour drive. If I take tolls, hey, what? Get this. How's this? The fastest route avoids tolls is 9 hours and 38 minutes. The route that takes tolls is 11 hours and 16 minutes. What? Why? Yeah, I'll just give people money for the roads I drive on and take an extra 2 hours. Nah, I'll be right, thanks. Big old negative. Yeah, it's now with no traffic, exactly. Here I was thinking I was going to get to paint some of the black areas of the model today, and that was a little bit ambitious of me. A little bit ambitious indeed. Yo, why would you have a belt buckle this big, bruh? What's the deal with that? Why would you have a belt buckle that big? Maybe he's from Texas? It has to be. Did I see the Mark II trailer? No. I've actually watched any of the cinematic stuff. No. Something to hold on to while he dances with death. You're in a mood tonight, aren't you, Lothar? Oh, Mortal Kombat 2. I've seen some of it, yes. Yeah. Yep. With, hang on. How did you get to that segue? Are you talking Tex ass because of Keith Urban that played Scourge the Executioner, and now he's playing Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat 2? Is that how you got to that segue? Also, I was questioning Johnny Cage, Carl Urban as Johnny Cage, but I love it. I love it. It's the washed up version of Johnny Cage. Very cool idea. I'm all for it. And is it Justin Lawson that plays Kano? He was very good as Kano in the previous one. Kano wins, you fucking beauty. Never, like, I gotta tell you, I never saw Justin Lawson as that type of character, but it's great. He did very, very well. I'd say he was, for me, taking away the Australian bias. I think he was the best part about the first Mortal Kombat. Like, I think he did very good as the character he was cast. He was the closest in the casting for me. And I think that first Mortal Kombat movie did just enough to warrant the second one as well. Wonder if he's gonna drop a C-bomb. Wonder if he's gonna drop a C-bomb. I did that on stream the other day when we were playing Night Rain. It was a little slip. Real Aussie. That was the Justin that's at work. Tradie Justin. When something doesn't go to plan on a job, and you call it an F and C. What? Okay. He's actually looking pretty cool. He's looking pretty cool. It's funny how Marines look at this stage, because basically all the highlighting's done, but like just need to paint the rest of it for the armor to actually come out. You dropped the C bomb in front of the kids when the pies went down the dockers by 1 point. What was it? Was it the big one? Was it the F and C? I'm doing good, Josh. I'm doing good. How are you? What's worse? What's worse, doing it in front of your kids, Black Sword, or me doing it on stream in front of, I don't know, it was probably like 5 people. It was only 5 people. Kids? Oh. I did apologize immediately. I realized what I did on stream and I was like, oh shit, sorry. I'm not normally like that on stream. I can't even remember what it was. It was probably a rando, probably a rando going off doing shit. Your wife's response, she'd go for a better team. I'm sure that didn't help. I'm sure that didn't help, man. Deep cleaning your car at 10 p.m. because you forgot it's getting serviced in the morning. Hang on, wait, you need to clean your car for it to get serviced? Or is it a lease, is it? Hang on, wait. How are you? Hang on. You're cleaning your car, and you're like, I'm gonna drop by and watch some of the BFG. I'm gonna drop by and watch some of the BFG stream. Where did I do that one up there? Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, that is very lucky, Black Sword. It was very lucky. I like how you've been told off by the you've been told off by the young one. I don't think we're going to add any scratches to the hands because they've got the blood drops on them, so they're already got a lot of detail on them. The sass, bro. I remember. How's this? I remember when I was I was younger. I don't know, I would have been, I'm thinking like 6. It's so strange, some of the memories I remember from being younger. Like we'll go back even further than that. I remember being put to sleep listening to Baker Street. When I was, I just remember the song. I would have been like 1 or 2. That's crazy remembering that. But anyway, I remember giving my dad sass when I was super young because he'd be watching the TV really loud and he'd be laughing, and I'd walk to the lounge room and open the 2 sliding doors with the grumpiest look on my face and just be like, I'm trying to sleep. Can you be quiet? Oh, man. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow because we're going to be finishing up soon. What's your earliest childhood memory? The thing is, the song one isn't even like, I suppose it is a memory because I remember the song. She said, Daddy, read me a book. I said, you need to say the magic word. She replied in a deep voice, now. Hang on. Isn't the magic word please, dude? Or have you is her magic word something different? The pram, 2.5 years old, giant cogs, Mickey Mouse. There you go. See, it's strange how you remember just those specific things, isn't it? Such a weird thing. Such a weird thing. All right. Well, we have arrived to yet another stream's end. And we have done extremely well tonight, I think. We've finished all the edge highlighting. His arms obviously don't go in that spot, but I'm not going to clip them in where they need to go. We've done all of the dot highlights. We've done all of the micro scratching. I went too heavy in some areas, but I think I did quite good in some of the other areas. Tomorrow, we're going to work on the black. So the Under Armour, whatever those things are, strapping on the jump pack. I don't think that will take all stream, so we'll start to work on the other areas. Maybe blocking in where the metallics go, because we need to do some varnish. Yeah, he's got some, so he's got a classic studded Mark 6. So he's got the classic studded Mark 6. God knows why these guys did a join directly down the middle. It's actually a bit crazy. Now, they did paint this with a sort of marble pattern, but I think it's going to look way cleaner if it's just straight black with the rivets. And then he's got a quite an ornate one with a skull on it. They did paint the inset of this one red, but I'm going to paint the inset of it black so they just match. I'm going to take some liberties and change a few things. I haven't primed them yet because he also has dual pistol holsters because he's part of the destroyers. So he's got 2 fancy, I think they're Volkite pistols. He's got 2 fancy Volkite pistols, which is sick. I'm yet to prime those. But this guy's going to be wicked. When he's finished, he's going to be super, super cool. And then he'll just sit in a cabinet. Gold-plated Desert Eagles. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he's got 2 gold-plated Volkite pistols. Fancy Volkite pistols. Anyway, guys, that's all from me. Do you know, I tried to raid Raging. There's something wrong with my... I'm going to try again. There's something wrong with my stream. I'm going to see if I can do it. /raid. /raid. Raging. It worked. It worked this time. All right. We're going to go see what Raging is up to, guys. And then I'll be back tomorrow. Peace out.
Justin with the raid. Hey, Black, so what's going on? 2 raids are basically at the same time. This is a conspiracy. I was actually talking about you like 10 minutes ago, Justin. How you doing, dude? Regaining, getting all the raids. Yeah, somehow people raid me. What the fuck? People like to raid me. But look, if you aren't following Brush Look at all Battleforge game, you got to do it. What's going on, everybody? From the 2 raids, basically the same. So I got raiding boss. Hopefully all good. All good, mate. I was gonna talk to you if you got like 2 minutes, but if you don't, then it's all good. It's not important. All good, raiders. Good to have you all here. Everybody's raided me tonight, so my view count isn't inflated, whatever it is. Drew Oz, I appreciate you. You got 3 minutes. I was joking, but I wasn't joking. I actually think it's a pretty good idea. But I saw you've got like a Salamander's painting tutorial on Twitch, and I was thinking of printing another one of these models, which I only just kind of started work. I pretty much started working on it tonight, and like giving your tutorial again, seeing how it comes out. I thought that'd be pretty fun. And that's kind of all I have to say. That's it. I don't think I'll ever get around to it, but I think it's a good idea. And that is all the time I need for you. Everyone's got to follow Battleforge Gaming. I don't... did I see... You were painting a Blood Angel tonight. You have 140 seconds to spare. Actually, I'm going to use the 140 seconds to berate you, Marvin. We need to get together so I can give you that bloody model. Which... Sounds awesome. The tutorial should be out next month. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I'll try and keep my eye on it, but yeah. I know, I'm sorry, dude. It's been school holidays anyway. Don't stress. I haven't had a minute